Welcome to the Peak Impact Mentorship. If you're here for the very first time, I would like to congratulate you and welcome you to our organization of learning and growing. To make sure that your learning and growing is not stopped anytime, you should subscribe to our channel now. There's a button now below, subscribe it and turn on the notification. If you have been a regular visitor of our website and our curriculum, then I would say you are in the right path. Keep on, keeping on is the motto for you. This is the time of the year when we are just 6 weeks away from a new year. Now, whenever new year comes, all of us make a resolution to grow. But challenge is, how long does it say? Let's say you started a resolution. How many days does it last? Not beyond 2 weeks. What I want you to do this time is not that we are going to make any new year resolution. We are going to work on a weekly basis and progress you to a level where when December 2020 comes, you will say, man, I really got impacted by the Peak Impact Mentorship program and I have become a better person. If this is happening, then my purpose of talking to you today has been solved. If this is not happening, then you know what I understand? It was theoretical discussion. And somehow I don't believe in teaching anything which is theoretical. I somehow do not connect with it. That's the reason I'm a school dropout, because I could not connect any theoretical subject in the schools. So that is the whole idea. So what are we going to do? Today I will take you through 5 simple traits which, if you imbibe, can take you from ordinary to an extraordinary. Because whenever we see extraordinary, we think it's something great. But I'll tell you, I'll keep my subject very precise, very short, so that your understanding is very, very important. Let me start you like this. If I talk to you right now, are you living a life of your choice? If you are like me, you will say life is good, but all my aspirations have not come true. Then I will tell you, you are in the right place. If I ask you another question, have you seen a thread, a bundle of thread which is cluttered, and when in a hurry to open it up, it actually gets cluttered more, isn't it? Many times you will see in your life, you are working very hard, but you are not moving forward. It seems your life is clogged somewhere. Have you felt, no matter what I do, it is not moving on? Then today's webinar is for you, because I am going to unleash your potential systematically, step by step by step. So first, let us define what a successful life means. What we have found, everyone wants to live a successful life, but not many people are aware, define their success itself, forget about getting it. So what we are going to do is, first let me remove 5 myths of success. Whenever we see success, there are some myths around it. So remove this myth to make your life better. So what is the first myth? Myth number 1 is this: success is impossible, so we criticize it. I repeat again, success is impossible, so we criticize it. What does it mean? If you are a person of middle class family and if you have grown up in a simple family, chances are high you might have heard this line multiple times from your parents, from your relatives. If somebody is rich, he is corrupted. If somebody is successful, it's a black money. That's what I had been hearing from my childhood. There were certain relatives or there were certain people in my area who were rich, and I used to always listen from my father and my other relatives, they're all black money. I mean, what we understood from childhood was, if somebody is successful, probably is corrupted, probably is a liar, and probably he is having some black money. That's what we understood. So what happened? We started criticizing it, and it becomes a cause of problem for all of us. Very famous, renowned scientist who has done a lot of research on psychology. His name is Scott M. Peck. One of the most famous books is The Road Less Traveled. In that book, he starts the first chapter itself. He starts with the simple idea: life is difficult. And being a psychologist, he meets on a daily basis a lot of patients. And after his research, what he found was, the reason most of the patients are struggling in their life is because they assume life to be easy. And because their assumption about life is to be easier, which is not actuality, so what happens? They become quite frustrated with their life. And with that frustration, most of them go through psychological trauma. And that's the reason they don't succeed. So first myth we have removed, that success is impossible, so we criticize it. Stop criticizing it. I'm telling you, start accepting that successful people are good people. That's the first thing most of us need. Second, success is a mystery, so we are searching for it. What does it mean? Have you seen these Bollywood movies or certain serials like Mahabharata or Ramayana? Have you seen in those movies suddenly when Akashvani comes, Beta, तुम्हारी life में ये होने वाला है. Many a times we are all waiting for this lightning bolt to come and tell us this is your success formula. But life doesn't work that way. That's another problem. So, success is not a mystery. So, we're looking for some bullets, some shortcuts, some keywords which can help you to succeed. Just like in Excel sheet, there are certain macros. There are no macros in real life. You have to go through it. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you like this. You don't win an Olympic gold medal by practicing it for a few weeks. As a matter of fact, every great company, every great career has been built in a similar way, step by step, process, bit by bit, and little by little. That's the reality. So second myth is removed, that there is no mystery, it's a process. Third myth which I'll remove, success comes from luck. Many times we assume that people who are successful, they are lucky. This is the major cause most of us don't succeed. Because we assume they are lucky, we don't even attempt for success. Most of us believe life, जो होना है वो तो होगा ही. Whatever has been destined, it will happen. So why work? That is another way of misunderstanding karmic cycle. So what they believe, it is luck. See, when I started my business, a lot of people said to me, oh, you are lucky. You started it 10, 11 years back, so you got the advantage and you are successful. I always ask them, I approached you 10 years back also. That time, you didn't understand this point. Today when I am successful, so you assume I am lucky. This is another reason they don't succeed. Fourth myth. Success comes from an opportunity, so they wait for it. When I say opportunity, what it means is, they only believe if only. So their keyword is if only. So they will always say like this, if only my boss would be good, I would have got extra time to build my business. If only my wife would be supportive, I would have done something in my life. If only I would not have kids, my life would have been better. If only startup capital. If only, if only, if only. So their life is all about if onlys. That's the problem. So till now we have covered the 4 different myths about the success. The last myth is that they believe success is an event, so we schedule it. Have you heard this line? That success is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. People actually try to do it other way out. What they believe, success is 99% inspiration and 1% perspiration. So they always believe in events. That's the reason that New Year resolutions are made, which actually fails. So that is not. So what have we discussed till now? 5 myths. First myth is success is not possible, so we criticize. Second myth is success is a mystery, so they are looking for some bullet lines, some shortcuts. That's why there are a lot of lottery schemes in market. It doesn't work. Third, we discussed success comes from luck. There's no luck in the world, man. You have to work hard. Then we discussed success comes from an opportunity, so they always wait for an opportunity, ideal opportunity. There is no ideal opportunity. So their keywords is what if, this, if only, if only, if only. So they're always waiting. They're thinking probably everything will fall in place, then I will start. Let me tell you good news. Start now. That's the only way it works. Then success is not an event. Success is about 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. Don't try to make it opposite. So we have discussed the myth. So it's like a triangular love affair. Have you seen those movies where one hero and 2 heroes, or 2 hero, 1 heroine, or something like that? It's a triangular story. So we are in a triangle of life: past, present, and future. This is a triangle which creates a confusion. So how do you come out of it? So what happened typically? Exaggerations of yesterdays. That's the first challenge most of us face, exaggerations of yesterday. When we say exaggeration of yesterday, 2 sort of exaggerations are there. One is struggles and one is victories. Both exaggerations are dangerous. So first exaggeration is exaggeration of possibilities. What they do, so they always say, you know what, I could have done this. I got this opportunity, but I did not get it. I met with some of my classmates who say, you know what, I had the idea for a big basket. But they have idea only, na? Somebody opened the big basket. That's the problem. So they could have. They always have some idea. Could have. I had this idea, but I did not implement. And I always get angry. Why didn't you implement? Who stopped you? And they are the biggest challenge. And that's the problem. Second is exaggeration of our difficulties in past. When I say difficulties in past, they'll always talk about, Vijay, you don't understand my problem. I say, let me know your problem. So they talk about, you know what, my parenting was difficult, my schooling was difficult, my this was difficult, my that was difficult. And I sit with them and I say one thing. Yes, I totally sympathize with your difficulties, but tell me how it is going to help you today. It doesn't help. So it means there's an exaggeration of yesterday's. First exaggeration is I could have done this, so no more could have. Second exaggeration is exaggeration of past struggle. Trust me, it cannot help you, because there is a quotation by John Maxwell. No one can change the past. The only thing you can change is change it today to get a greater tomorrow. Second is inflated tomorrow. Let me ask you one thing. Do you believe tomorrow you can do a lot of things? You'll say, yeah. Has it happened with you? You thought you're supposed to complete an assignment, and then you thought, I'll do it tomorrow. And then again you did something, I'll do tomorrow. Most of us, you know how we feel. We feel tomorrow we have 48 hours. And we keep postponing our today's work to tomorrow, and finally we realize all the tasks are pending. That's the problem. Inflated tomorrow. If I ask you tomorrow, what is the chance of starting your company? You'll say yes, very high. If I tell you tomorrow, can you become more healthy? Yes. Tomorrow I can be more rich. But my question is only one. To make a better tomorrow, what are we doing today? That's most important. So we talked about two things right now in the love triangle: exaggerated past, exaggerated opportunities, exaggerated struggle. Then we're talking about future. All of us believe we'll have a great future. But problem is, what do you do today to make it great is the question mark. So then there are paper tigers. You know what they do? Paper tigers are like this. Imagine a farmer who is hoping, I'll have a great crop this year, and he is not doing any plantation. What do you tell to this guy? These guys are paper tigers. They always have a lot of ideas, but they do nothing. That's the problem. So how do you get out of it is now I'll give you 4 simple points. So till now we have covered only simple idea that what is stopping us. We talked about myth of success. Then we talked about love triangle of past, present and future. And we told both the side where past is creating a problem, where future is creating a problem, and how to solve it in present. Now I'll just give you 4 simple points which will help you to transition from ordinary to an extraordinary. How? Very simple. First thing, note down this word. It is in your worksheet also. Present work of yours is going in preparation or it is going in repairing. The word is prepare or repair. Good rhyming word for you to remember. Prepare or repair. Now you say, what does it mean? Let me ask you. Today, assume you are obese. How did you become obese? Did you become obese in one day? No, it was like 10 years. You did not focus on your health. You did not focus on the eating habit. Slowly it get deteriorated. Now, when you are doing your exercise and doing it, what are you doing? You are repairing, isn't it? So, prepare versus repair. I'll give you 6 to 7 simple points to handle and understand what is the difference between preparing and repairing and how to do it. First point. For preparing, they focus on today. In repairing, you focus on yesterday. Why? Because when you're repairing what? What was supposed to be done today in a right way, if you don't do it, tomorrow what are you going to do? You're going to repair. So, prepare, focus on today. Repair, focus on yesterday. If you prepare, your efficiency is increasing, isn't it? If you repair, it consumes more time. Have you observed and have you given an assignment to a tailor? A tailor is always irritated to take an old work. He will always tell, give me a new shirt to make. Because in old shirt, you have to again open the stitches, take the proper ironing, and then you have to do, it's much more time consuming than cutting out a new shirt. So, first word was focus on today, and repairing was focus on yesterday. Then, preparation if you do, then it was actually increasing your efficiency, and when you're repairing, it is actually consuming more time. When you prepare, it increases your confidence. And when you repair, it actually creates discouragement. Why? Because you are always in the guilt mode. Fifth point, preparation saves you a lot of money and time. Whereas repairing increases your cost and increases your time consumption, isn't it? Preparing pays now for tomorrow. In preparation, you pay now for a better tomorrow. In repairing, you pay now for the errors of yesterday. That's the problem. And the last thing, preparation takes you to a higher level. Whereas repairing becomes an obstacle to your growth. So first trait to become extraordinary is Would you invest your time in preparing or repairing? And I've given you 7 different points to compare for yourself. Check your answer sheet, note it down so that will be helpful for you. Great. Now I'll come to second, how do you prepare? So you said that's good, but how do we prepare? A very famous quote by a British Prime Minister, Benjamin Disraeli. The secret of success in life is for a man to be ready when its opportunity comes. I repeat again, the secret of success in life for a man is to be prepared when the opportunity comes. Because when the opportunity comes, you don't have time to prepare, trust on me. Second, so how do you prepare? There are only just 2 simple ingredients for preparation. One is decision and second is discipline. I repeat again, there are only 2 ways you can prepare, 2 simple ingredients, decision and discipline. And I'll give you a 3-piece puzzle for decision and discipline. You make good decisions, but you don't have daily discipline. I repeat again, you have good decision, but you don't have daily discipline to follow your decision. What is the outcome? Outcome is a plan without a payoff. Is it not what we all do? We all take a great decision. Yes, I have to become one day financially free. Is it not a great decision? But then question comes of disciplining. Daily discipline, no, very difficult. Oh, you don't understand, I don't have time. And I always say that, you don't have time to become financially free. Are you kidding me? That's a problem. So decision and no daily discipline is a plan without a payoff. Second, daily discipline is there, but then you don't have good decisions. What does it mean? It's like, I'll give you a simple analogy. Daily discipline without a good decision is like a jumping horse moving nowhere. Imagine a horse jumping like this in one place. What does it do? It just burns your calorie. Good for weight management, not good for life, by the way. Alright? So, daily discipline minus good decisions is regimentation without reward. So, there is no reward for that. You keep working hard. These are the people who work a lot of hard work in this, and I have been working very hard and I got nothing out of it. Reason being, you have daily discipline, you work hard, but then you don't have good decision making capacity. Your decisions are always wrong and you keep hopping from one decision to another, to another, to another, to another. You don't stick to any one good decision. Third piece of the puzzle, and that is where the game is. Good decisions plus daily discipline. I repeat again, good decisions plus daily discipline is a masterpiece of potential. That's the game. So what did you start with? First trick was, number 1, most important thing is prepare or repair. And then I told you certain traits of preparing and repairing. Then I told you how to prepare. To do a proper preparation, you just need a decision and a discipline. Then question comes, what is decisions? I'll give you 4 simple lines for decision. You don't make decisions because they are easy. I repeat again, you don't make decisions because they are easy. Neither you make decisions because they are cheap, nor you make a decision because they are popular. Actually, you make a decision because they are right. And it takes strong backbone to make right decisions. That's very important. Second extra. So first extra is what? Repair or prepare. Second extra, the most important is attitude. Now when I say attitude, we just say, oh man, I know what is attitude. That's the problem with attitude. The moment is I know attitude, that's the problem with attitude. Why? Attitude is the most neglected thing in the world. Let me tell you, attitude in the beginning of any project decides the end of the project before even starting the project. Isn't it true? Second thing, your attitude is like a magnet. Your attitude is like an induction motor. It induces and impacts people around you. Attitude is contagious, both positive and negative. So question is, what do you do it? So I'll give you a simple exercise to make your attitude right. First question, have you already decided that you'll have a right attitude? First question asked, write down. Have you already decided that you'll have a right attitude? Second, if so, did you make a decision that you will keep on doing it? Third, what exactly did you decide? So when I say attitude, let me tell you vocabulary, the most important question about attitude. I'll give you simple 7 negative vocabularies which you have to remove from your life to have a right attitude. First vocabulary, just have to eliminate and replace it with this word. The first vocabulary which you need to eliminate is I can't. This word has killed thousands of dreams and thousands of aspirations. Substitute this word with the word I can. So from today onwards, the moment you say I can't, just shut your mouth and say I can. Try it out 100 times a day. The moment you say I can, I can. I'll give you a very good example. I was very weak in scripting when I was in my Qualcomm, and I used to deal with a lot of data. So I realized that I have to do some scripting, and I always used to have, I can't learn Perl scripting, I can't learn Python. The moment I said I can't learn, the problem was now the enthusiasm to learn it was gone. And then one fine day I understood if I do not learn scripting, the 4-hour work cannot be done in 1 hour. If I learn scripting, half an hour is enough. If I don't learn scripting, 4 hours will be invested for the same work. And one day I convinced myself and I started repeating, I can be the best Perl scripting, I can be the best Perl scripter. And in 3 months, I was really good in scripting, Perl scripting, and I used to start writing 10-15 line code, which was reducing my workload by more than 40%, just like that. So first word you should remove is I can. Substitute is I can. Second word, if only. अगर ऐसा होता तो मैं वैसा करता. Remove this word and start using I will. ये तो होके रहेगा. This will be done. Third vocabulary you need to remove. I don't think. Who are you, by the way? Are you Prime Minister of US? What do you mean I don't think? So start is now I know, I will and I know I'll be done. Fourth vocabulary, I don't have time. If Narendra Modi says it, I can respect it. If you just running your family and a job and you say I don't have time, I really get worried about your future. What do you mean I don't have time? Tell them I'll make time. Nobody has a time. Do you know? There's no time ban, just like money ban. You cannot block your time. So tell I will make time for important work. Vocabulary will change your attitude. Third, most important. Then maybe. What do you mean by maybe? Use the word absolutely. There's no maybe. Remove this word dictionary. And absolutely. Next word, I am afraid. That is good, you know you are afraid. Start telling, I am confident. I am confident. It's not lying to yourself. That's the only way your attitude will change. In the last word, I don't believe. This will make you skeptic in your whole life. Start using the word, I am sure about it. So, when I say attitude, I gave you 7 vocabulary to be substituted. Let me repeat again. I can't should be substituted by I can. If only should be substituted with I will. I don't think should be substituted by I know. I don't have time should be substituted by I will make time. Maybe should be substituted by absolutely. I am afraid should be substituted by I am confident. I don't believe should be substituted by I am sure. Then, working on a bad attitude. So I give you a step-by-step thing. First, make a list when I said this vocabulary. Make a list of your negative vocabulary first. And then, don't try to remove everything from day one. Take 1 week for one vocabulary word and remove one at a time. One at a time. Practice it. You know what is the best part? Every day when you fail, don't curse yourself. Give yourself 7 days of failing margin. And then still if you fall back to the same trap, take a one-on-one interview with yourself and ask. I remember when I started my venture, there are a lot of things which I was having this negative mindset that I will not be able to do it, I don't have time. Then one day I sat with myself, Vijay, you cannot speak like this anymore. I did not give myself any permission. If this attitude was coming, I used to take 10 minutes of isolation with myself, a one-to-one meeting with myself. When was the last time you did a one-to-one meeting with yourself? If not, why don't you take out some time and do a one-to-one meeting with yourself? And I keep doing it at least 3 to 4 times a day with myself. I sit with myself when my attitude is down. If I feel low energy, I sit with myself, hey Vijay, what happened? Why are you looking so dull? You are the best in the world. You are the most energetic person in the world. What happened to you? I take myself interview and in 20 minutes I'm back on my track. And the last most important thing, if you need to have a good attitude, you know what you can do? When was the last time you really expressed gratitude to yourself and to others? Trust me, if you are today successful or whatever life you're having, it is because a lot of good things have happened in life. Can you please express gratitude on a daily basis? So one simple formula is at least give 5 people a gratitude on a daily basis. Thank 5 people in your life that thank God somebody has done good for me. I can promise you in 3 months your attitude will transition from negative to neutral to positive and you are destined for success. So magnitude of the attitude. Attitude needs daily adjustment. It means it's a daily work. You cannot expect to suddenly become good. I'll give you 6 months of time to actually transition your attitude in the right way. Find something positive in everything you do every day. Then I already told you, have attitude of gratitude. And if you fall in trap, take a one-to-one interview with yourself. So I'll end you with my story of attitude. My results of my attitude. Till my schooling, my attitude was quite miserable. I had an inferiority complex. I was not confident with myself. And the outcome of that was I was a school dropout with a very low self-image. Then from that transition, To my engineering college I went somehow because of life circumstances. I knew I have to prepare and I went there. But there again, my self-image was wrong, and outcome of that was, again, I was just an average student. Then fast forward, circumstances changed. I have to go to IIT. There also my attitude changed. Then finally at the age of 30, I got certain mentors who started on a daily basis navigating me and asking me, your attitude need to be changed. Ankur Gupta is my mentor, and he always caught hold of me and said, Vijay, you need to work on your attitude. And trust me, he corrected my attitude on a daily basis. In 2 years, it transformed me from an ordinary person to an extraordinary person who in 4 years was able to create a solid business along with his job. And that is what you can do also. So, 2 extras we have covered already. Repair or prepare. Second extra was attitude. And the third most important extra which can take you to extraordinary is faith. I repeat again, the word is faith. What does it mean? It can actually have a lot of meaning. I can give you a very simple quotation to begin with. Very simple. When heartache hits, difficulties block your path, or progress seems retarded, and you wonder if you should pack up and go and quit, I will tell you, hang on. I repeat again, when heartache hits, difficulties block your path, and progress seems retarded, and you wonder if you should pack and quit, I would say, hold on. Most important. And the most important thing about faith, I can tell you, anything which needs a proof, if proof is possible, faith is impossible. A good rhyming line. Note it down, mug it up. If proof is possible, faith is impossible. Why do I say that? If at all you have any inspiration to do something great in your life, let me tell you, you will need to exercise faith on a daily basis. Let me tell you, when I started my entrepreneurship career, I did not have a faith on my abilities to become successful, and I used to doubt on my abilities on a daily basis. And that's where I understood one day that I have to carry faith. You know what? Most of the people, why they don't succeed? Because they don't have faith. And because of lack of faith, they never use their potential to the fullest. So remember this rhyming word, if proof is possible, faith is impossible. Second thing I can tell you, if you know all the answers, you don't need faith anymore. Faith is always tested when you are not sure about the answers. Rather, I tell you, it's a behavioral human response when you are challenged to make a decision or a choice and you cannot be certain of either. I repeat again the definition of faith. It's a behavioral human response when you are challenged to make a choice and you cannot be certain of either of the options. That's where faith is needed. Now, question is, I'll give a very simple analogy. Have you ever had a flat tire? And it was not like a suddenly ruptured tire. Slowly air comes down. I'll tell you how faith leakage tire, which eventually flats. All of us, when we start anything, we have a lot of faith. We believe, right? A lot of good things will happen. And then suddenly what happens? 1 or 2 rejections comes in our life. 1 or 2 slowdowns come in our life. Few people start objecting our decision. Slowly leakage happens. Like this, slowly air comes out. And you will not realize after 3 or months or maximum 6 months, you start doubting yourself, your abilities and your venture's ability, and you come out of it. Is it not what happens with everybody? And that's why faith is important. So question, how do you develop faith? You said a great thing, Vijay, but tell me, how do I develop faith? So I tell you, no self-pity. First thing, no self-pity, no comparison. If you do that, you will never succeed. And then never ever fall down to tell that you need a mentor. Without mentor, how will you be navigating your path? So you need a strong mentor. And third most important thing I can tell you, you need positive mental attitude books. I can tell you a couple of authors. Purchase all their books. And every night when you sleep, at least read 1 or 2 chapters from that book. Your faith will start increasing. 2 of my favorite authors are Robert Schuller. Second is Norman Vincent Peale. Are the 2 good authors which I personally read a lot, and I get that inspiration and faith always comes back in my life. So the fourth extra we are going to cover after faith is perseverance. This is the most exploited word. We all know it. We all like listening to those stories where the hero came into the movie, he worked hard, and then suddenly he became successful. Who doesn't like it? But problem is this perseverance is a problem. Let me start with the story of Amitabh Bachchan. And if you're in India, everybody knows Amitabh Bachchan. Let me tell you a simple story. He got his first breakthrough in the movie in 1969. And I assume for first 5 years he struggled a lot. He was rejected on two grounds. He was rejected for his voice and he was rejected for his height. And actually he became popular for these two reasons later on. From 1962 till 1969, he faced a lot of rejection, a lot of hardship. Nobody gave him breakthrough. And in 1969, he got his first breakthrough in the movie Saath Hindustani. And then again there was some slowdown for 2 years. He did not got some good project. And in 1971, he got two more projects, Anand and Zanjeer. These two movies took him to the peak. So then for 10 years he had success. Again life hit on him. In 1982, he met a fatal accident in the movie Coolie. And that took him out of track for some years. But he's Amitabh Bachchan. He had tremendous perseverance. He came back again with flying colors. And for 10 years he again was in limelight. And then again he faced failures. And the failure lasted for 10 more years. Till 2000 he was bankrupt. And a person of Amitabh Bachchan's sort of background came back in job. He started working in KBCL and he came in small screen. A guy who is superstar in the movie, he came to small screen. And that time he gave two very interesting quotations. This quotation is very close to my heart. First quotation he said, beggars can't be choosers. That's the line which Amitabh Bachchan uses. Beggars can't be choosers. I use the word IT engineers can't be choosers. I repeat the word, if you are an employee, you cannot choose. That's the right word I can tell you. So if you are an employee, you cannot choose. I repeat again, if you are an employee, you cannot choose. I know you got hurted, but the question is, I wanted to wake you up. Amitabh Bachchan told this to Jaya Bachchan. If we are beggars, we cannot choose. Now see who is the person who is talking. Glamour, he was the best, and when he became bankrupt, he said, beggars don't have choice. And one day I remember in 2008 when I started my venture, I did not read this quotation at that time, but I knew, coming from middle class, working in a company, I cannot talk big things. I have to be realistic and I have to start my venture. I started. Second thing, and one more quotation which Amitabh Bachchan gave during that phase was very interesting quotation, note it down. Bad luck either destroys you, or make you a man or a woman you really are. I repeat it very slowly. Bad luck either destroys you or make you the man or the woman you really are. So how do you develop perseverance? Let me tell you 4 simple steps. First thing about perseverance is this. You have to have a realistic roadmap and prepare for 10 years. Most of the employees have patience of only, because when you are get paid by on a monthly basis, we are actually tuned. We have to develop a long-term perspective, then only we get a perseverance. So I'll give you 4 simple lines to understand. Perseverance means succeeding. Perseverance means succeeding because you are determined to, not destined to. What does it mean? When you are chasing success, you may not get it overnight, but you are determined to get it. It means you are not relying on luck or other factor. You are determined until the project is over. I am not letting it go. That is the mindset you need to develop this attitude of perseverance. Second most important thing. Perseverance recognizes life is not a long race. Perseverance recognizes life is not a long race, but many short ones in succession. What does it mean? Let's say, when I started my venture in 2008, I had a goal of becoming financially free. How do I define financially free? My expenses to run my family should not be dependent upon job. That is my simple definition of financial freedom. And I knew to reach to that level, at that point in time, my cost of living was 80,000 per month. It means I needed 1 lakh rupee income apart from my job so that I can have a choice to make. If I do not like my job, I can come out of my job. And I started this with a very simple mindset for 5 to 10 years, because it is not going to happen overnight. 5 to 10 years it will take me to accomplish this goal, and I was mentally prepared. A lot of my other friends and colleagues wanted to become financially free in 1 year, and they are doing job till now. I met them in 2008, they are doing job in 2019 also, because they are waiting for some project which will give them financial freedom in 1 year. And I understood, even if I become financially free in 10 years, it's great doing it. And I did it for 5 years, I did. 6th year I was out of my job. So, it means recognizing that life is not a long race, but many short races. So what are the short races? I give a small target. First target, to become financially free, I have to develop and work on myself. 1 year went in that. Second, I have to develop interpersonal skills. I have to develop confidence. I have to become a good public speaker. 2 years goes in that. Slowly, 3 to 4 years went in. You know what? There is no overnight wonder. There is no overnight success. It's only in movies, because movies show you 40 years in 3 hours. That's why it is overnight. In real life, every day goes every day. That is the problem. So, third is, it means perseverance is needed to release most of your life's reward. If you want a rewarding life, you need to have perseverance. And the last thing about perseverance, it draws sweetness out of adversity. So most important. So till now we have covered 4 simple traits, and I will end you with a very simple poem written by Howard Goodman. The poem is I Don't Regret a Mile, a poem by Howard Goodman. The poem is like this. I have dreamed many a dream. I have dreamed many a dream that's never come true. I have seen them vanish at dawn, but enough of my dreams have come true to make me keep dreaming on. First stanza of the poem is like this. I have dreamed many a dream that's never come true. I have seen them vanish at dawn, but enough of my dreams have come true to make me keep dreaming on. Second stanza. I have prayed many a prayer that seemed no answer would come. I have prayed many a prayer that seemed no answer would come, though I would have waited so patient and long. But enough answers have come to my prayers to make me keep praying on. Third stanza. I have sown many a seed that's fallen by the wayside. I have sown many a seed that has fallen by the wayside for the birds to feed upon, but I have held enough golden cells in my hands to make me keep sowing on. And the last stanza. I have trusted many a friend. I have trusted many a friend that's failed me and left me to weep alone. But enough of my friends have been true blue to make me keep trusting on. And the final one. I have drained the cup of disappointment and pain. I have drained the cup of disappointment and pain and gone many a day without song. But I have spent enough nectar from the roses of life to make me want to live on. So, my question to you is this. Will you hope for a great New Year Eve, or will you prepare now to make a great New Year? So, this is a series of webinars which will be going on, and 2020 December is what I am working with you right now. If you want to work with me till 2020 and become a better person, I would like to meet you one day face to face, and I'll be glad that I helped you, and we have a strong mentorship team. So I can tell you a simple idea. This worksheet which I have given, fill it up thoroughly, slowly, because today is Friday. You have 2 days to take some time and listen to this recording again and again. This webinar will be available to you for the next 2 days. In next 2 days, what you should do is go through it slowly for at least 5 times, complete the worksheet, complete the assignment, and for yourself, learn it. If any doubt comes, any question comes, never hesitate to contact a few of our coaches, few of our mentors. If still you don't get an answer, I would love to answer for you. It was great talking to you. It was great adding value to you. If you have not subscribed our channel yet, don't hesitate to click on the subscribe button and turn the notification. I will see you in the next webinar, and the next webinar is on a very powerful topic: how to become a possibility thinker. All successful people are possibility thinker. I'll give you a few simple points which can make you a possibility thinker. See you in my next webinar. Until then, goodbye. See you again.